They've raced here at the Rashid Equestrian Club in Bahrain since 1977, but today it's history, the first ever international race. It's over 2,000 metres and they've really pulled out all the stops and done a great job in attracting the Europeans, 9 of them in total. It'll be interesting to see how they get on against the best of what the locals have to offer. The big race was preceded by 6 others. Champion trainer Alan Smith, not surprisingly, among the winners, while Adju de Vries partnered Port Lions to an impressive Bahrain debut win for Hesham Al Haddad. Fawzi Nas was also in the centre of the action, the popular trainer acknowledging what a huge day this was for his home country.
No, it's a big day, very big day. Obviously, since Sheikh Isa got involved in racing, he's been a good fresh blood into the club, and we finally got there. It's a very good field. With the 9 runners, I think between the 9 visiting horses, it's wide open because they all have the quality and the class to win today. The 5 local horses, it will be a good test to see where they fit. I mean, I know they're rated 100 or so, plus or minus, but you know, it's good to compare our 100 to the European 100. So it's going to be a tough race.
And you've won everything here. Is this nice in that you've got something new to aim at?
It's absolutely. It is something new and a much bigger challenge than our usual local races. So, yes, looking forward to it.
There was a good contingent of visiting international trainers. Roger Varian, Jane Chappell-Hyam and Charlie Hills making the trip over, along with Charlie's half-brother Richard, who was there to help supervise Sheikh Hamdan's AFAC.
They've treated us really well, and you know, the horses travelled over on Sunday. We all travelled over Monday night, and they settled in really good. And I promise you, they couldn't do more for us.
And I suppose, from a European point of view, the fact they're racing on turf makes it a nice race to target.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a beautiful track. It's very flat, very fair, and the turf. I mean, I'd say it probably rides, good to firm. So, hopefully, it shouldn't be any inconvenience to anybody.
And do you remember it from your riding days?
I do. It hasn't changed much. There's a new inside track. Dirt track's still the same, but no, it hasn't changed much.
The task of assembling the impressive cast of overseas runners fell to the International Racing Bureau. Their Adrian Beaumont explaining that the race was an easier sell than some.
Well, it's really interesting, Laura, because we only launched this race in July to coincide with the Jolly July Cup meeting, and I wondered at the time how many runners we were going to get. I thought maybe 4 or 5. To actually end up with 9 horses, 6 from Britain, 2 from France and 1 from Germany, has been a terrific success.
Because it's not mega bucks when we compare it with Dubai, Saudi, but I suppose the major selling point from the European perspective is turf.
Yeah, well, there's 2 things at advantage, the turf and also the timing of the race. Obviously, to keep the horses going for the carnival, you have to keep them going all winter, whereas these horses are able to tag on at the end of the European season and then could potentially go in for a break afterwards.
They seem really well organised to me so far. You were there for the first Dubai World Cup, probably the first Breeders' Cup. How are they doing sort of with the logistics of things, do you think, bearing in mind this is their first attempt?
Yeah, they're doing an amazing job. I mean, the grandstand's very small, like the good old Nador Shiva that you and I used to love, Laura. But no, they've done a terrific job. They are incredibly kind people, the Bahrainians. They're so hospitable. I mean, we had Sheikh Isa coming out at 10 o'clock on Monday night to welcome all the horses off the horse boxes. So it shows the enthusiasm of the whole royal family, and we're really enjoying the experience here.
Track Facilities Manager Neil Mackenzie-Ross was delighted with the turnout, having worked towards this since arriving at the club 5 years ago.
We cannot complain one bit. It's just nine Europeans, weight for age race, our first dipping our toe in the water. We had an entry of nearly 50, I think it was. Fantastic number, fantastic quality, and it's great to have France, Germany, and the UK all represented. So really pleased.
Have you ever seen it this busy?
No, this is definitely the busiest 5 years, and it's by far and away the busiest day.
By the time of the big race at 4:30, the grandstand was packed. AFAC was joined by fellow UK raiders Aquarium, Mountain Angel, Kulag Forest and Pivillon, while Godolphin had their first Bahrain runner in the John Gosden-trained Turgenev, who was favourite on the international markets. Group 1 winner Intelligent joined the fray from France, along with Group 2 winner Royal Julius and Germany's Sword Penture. The best of the locals looked to be the James Doyle-ridden Thorkill Star, one of two in the race for Alan Smith, who also saddled Rustang. Rustang nearly nicked it, under an enterprising ride from stand-in jockey Lee Newman. He opened up a huge lead and wasn't joined until the final furlong, when he hung on for third. The chasing pack was led by Royal Julius and Stefan Pasquier, who swooped late and wide to scoop the 1.1 million dirham first prize. Turgenev was second, beaten 3/4 of a length.
100 metres to go. Rustang still has the lead, but he's running out as real estate. But on the outside, Royal Julius for France.
It was a notable success for up-and-coming trainer Rainier, who is a graduate of the Godolphin Flying Start programme. Well, huge congratulations. It's not easy to win a race like this. You must be delighted.
Yeah, no, the opposition was quite high with the British representatives, and yeah, we were hoping for a pacey race, and they've been very fast. They've been racing and running the 2,000 meters in 2-minute flat, so that was quite smart to wait at the back and try to pass them in the final straight. That's pretty long final straight with 600 meters, so you can wait and with a horse who likes to come from behind. Yeah,
you might come back for a repeat.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he's loving his travels. He loves changing environments, so he was very happy to be here. He was very calm and relaxed. You needed a horse like that today because they've been waiting quite a long time in front of the starting gate, and a few horses have lost their mind maybe. And this Royal Julius is, I mean, his strongest point is his mind, his heart. He's a small horse, but he's got a big heart and a really great mind, and that's what makes the difference today.
If he does return next year, Jerome might find more than one international race on the card. Expansion of the day being very much in the plans of those in charge.
The Kingdom of Bahrain deserves this. And I said earlier in the week, it was only a matter of time after the results of Bahraini-owned horses at Royal Ascot and racetracks around the world that we invited everyone, the European community, to come and race in Bahrain.
And do you think that in a few years' time we might see more races? Do you plan to add to the programme?
I'd like to think so. We fall at an interesting time in the calendar where we could still host a 2-year-old race, so that's something we're considering very strongly, in addition to some sort of a sprint. But we're going to sit down with the entire team tomorrow. We're going to digest everything that happened here today and then deconstruct and look to improve for next year.
Congratulations, a wonderful race meeting. It's been a lot of hard work putting this together, hasn't it?
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been, we started talking about this race since April, and now to see it actually happen makes us feel very proud. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the High Committee, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah and His Highness Sheikh Isa, for making this happen. It's been a dream for a lot of people here to see a top quality, top class race held in the Kingdom of Bahrain, and now to see it, it's just absolutely amazing, really.
And are you happy that there's been an international winner, but also to have a local horse run third is pretty good?
Yes, I think it was a very competitive race, and I expected it to be. But overall, I think it was an amazing race, and a lot of the owners should be happy from the results.
So, history made in Bahrain, and further evidence that the Middle East is the place to be for top-class racing during the winter months.